So how long does it take to sell my home in Collin County right now? The short answer is longer than it did 2 years ago. But the more useful answer is that range within the average tells the real story. And understanding what drives that range is what actually helps you. In Collin County, median days on market is running between 40 and 60 days, depending on the segment and price range you're looking at. In McKinney specifically, the median days to pending is running closer to 25 days for well-positioned homes. But both of those numbers contain a wide spread. Some homes go under contract in under 2 weeks. Others sit for 3 months or longer. The difference almost never comes down to the market. It comes down to 3 things, and the first is price. This is the single biggest driver of a timeline, and I will say it plainly. Homes priced from current sales data in their immediate neighborhood generate early momentum. They get showings in the first week, and they receive offers during the critical first 2 weeks when buyer attention's at its highest. And if there's multiple buyers interested, this can drive the price above asking. On the other hand, homes priced above what the market will support pass through that window without offers. And from that point forward, every week adds leverage for the buyer and removes it from the seller. The second driver of the timeline from listed to closed is condition and presentation. In a market where buyers have options, and in Collin County right now they have over 12,000 of them, the home that photographs cleanly, shows without friction, and has addressed its deferred maintenance will certainly command interest from buyers. But the listing that requires a buyer to look past things waits for a buyer who is willing to do that. And that buyer will certainly expect to be compensated in the price. The third factor affecting the timeline is marketing reach in the first 10 days. The window of peak buyer attention for any new listing is finite. It doesn't repeat. It's a critical window. Active buyers in the market see new listings immediately when they hit the MLS. How many of those buyers actually see your home, get an appointment, and are converted to offers in that first window is directly influenced by the strategic marketing system behind the listing. So, the sellers who get all 3 of these things right are the ones beating the average. Sellers who are off on any one of these 3 are feeding the average from the wrong end. If you want to understand what the realistic timeline looks for your specific home in McKinney or Collin County, that's a conversation worth having before you list, not after. Visit the link in the description or scan this QR if you'd like to have that conversation with no pressure and no obligation. I hope to see you next time for the last video in the Seller's Playbook series, where I answer this question. Do you actually need a real estate agent to sell your home? I'm going to give you the honest answer even though I'm obviously one of them. I'm David Hughey with D&J Realty Group. If you find this information interesting or useful, please like and subscribe. I'll see you on the next one.